Hello everyone, welcome back to I Got the Recipe for You. Thank you for joining me. Today we're making breakfast toast. So this is just like an expansion how I make my avocado toast. It's really good, really tasty. Um, so let's get started. And so also, this is a recipe. We're not going to use any measurements, just season to taste because it's simple. So we have our eggs. I'm going to add a little bit of heavy whipping cream when I whip them up, but you can leave that out or use milk or vegan milk, whatever you want, or no milk. The seasonings I'm going to use today, and this is just what I use, it's not sponsored. I'm using Morton's Nature Seasoning. I think it's a good all-purpose one. And then I'm going to use this Salt-Free by McCormick's, which I found in the cabinet and pulled it out, and it's actually really good. And then I'm going to add some garlic powder. Okay, so we have some avocados, and I've cut and squeezed a little bit of lemon in it to keep them from turning. Again, I went in with these 3 seasonings. And so just use the number of avocados and eggs and bacon according to the amount you would need to feed your family. Okay, so also on this, we're going to make a tomato jam, which is just, I have some frozen cherry tomatoes that I'm cooking down. So if you have fresh ones, just cook them down. All the water will come out. Be careful and go ahead and pop them. Now you could use any tomato you want. If it's bigger ones, just cut them up. However, if you're someone who does not like the tomato seeds, you might want to get like a more meatier tomato. So if you're going to use any cherry or grape tomatoes, any small tomatoes, make sure you crush them down. It would be super painful for anyone to bite into a hot tomato. Right now I actually have mine on a high flame, and I'm just going to let it cook down some more, and we'll get back to that later. I've already got my bacon cooked. My toast is ready. And of course, toast your toast to the desire of your heart. Or you could use regular bread, but if you use, untoasted bread. But if you use untoasted bread, I would use like a thicker piece, or like a French bread or Italian bread slice, so it can like stand up and to all that's going to be on it. And so while everything is cooking, we're going to start on the eggs. I'm going to add just a little bit heavy whipping cream and just whisk these up. Nothing special. And of course, this is your toast, your breakfast. You can cook your eggs any way you want. You can add whatever spices you want to your avocado and your eggs. This is just a preference. So with the avocado, you can season and taste. Of course, with the eggs, you can't do that. But you could always add a little more seasoning afterwards if it's too bland for you. Okay, so as you guys can see, the tomatoes are, they're coming more together. The liquid is coming out, it's thickening up. I'm just gonna keep letting that go. We're gonna cook all of that water out. So I'm going to start wrong one on my eggs. Okay, I'm going to pour in my eggs. And I'm gonna let this cook. And as the egg cooks on the sides, I'm going to pull the sides back and let the rest of the raw egg run over to cook. I'm no expert at cooking eggs, so this is kind of the best way for me that I found to do them, other than, I don't know, regular old scramble. But anyway, cook your eggs however you like. Add whatever you like to your eggs. And I'm just gonna kind of keep pushing this around. And also, while you're doing this, make sure you keep an eye on your tomatoes. Make sure you keep an eye on your bacon. My bacon's already done. Make sure you watch your toast if you have it in the oven. Okay, and if you've already done your avocado, I guess keep it in the fridge while you're waiting. Make sure you add your lemon or lime to it to try to keep it from browning. By the way, as a side note, as I'm cooking eggs are something that I get tired of really easily. If anyone knows any, I guess, interesting, good egg recipes that maybe everyone just doesn't know of, please let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, so I'm going to finish cooking my eggs and I will come back when they are done. Okay guys, so right now I'm just cooking my tomatoes down more. You can see it's thickening up. So I haven't started any seasoning yet, but I know with tomatoes, sometimes they can be kind of something. I know people say that's the acid in them. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and just give a little shake of salt. And I'll probably add more, but since I haven't done any tasting yet, this is all I'm going to do for now. And I'm just going to let it continue to cook down. You can see a lot of the water is gone. So now I have to make sure I watch it more, move it around more so that it doesn't start to stick. Okay, so just keep going and we'll come back later. So if you guys are someone that really likes tomatoes and the tomatoey taste, and that sometimes that taste is stronger in cooked tomatoes, if you really like stuff like that, like kind of like, maybe you might like extra sauce on your pizza. If you really like tomatoes, you'll probably really love this, because this is just the easiest thing in the world. It's just, you just cook your tomatoes until they just break down, and then you just continue to cook them down. And like if you have an excess of tomatoes, like I did this from frozen tomatoes from my garden. I wasn't really able to plant this year because of different things that happened. So I got a lot of volunteer tomatoes. In fact, everything that I had this past summer, sorry, not this year, last year, summer of 22, everything I had, which wasn't a ton of stuff, but everything that I had, well, it wasn't a ton of variety. It was all from volunteers, seeds that had fell the prior summer or fall. I had a couple kale plants that made it through the winter. So I was able to get some seeds. A couple of them. Anyway, this isn't a garden video. But anyhow, back to what I was saying. We had so many cherry tomatoes from all the volunteers that we couldn't eat them all. We couldn't get rid of them all. We couldn't give them all away. So we just started freezing them. And since I like cooked tomatoes and I like cooking with tomatoes, I knew I could use them for something. I don't know if this would be something that anyone else is into, if anyone else freezes tomatoes. Also too, this tomato jam will have all the seeds, not the seeds, well the seeds too, of course, like I said, but they'll have all the skins in it. So also, if you're someone who is bothered by tomato skins, this might not be for you. And if that's the case, you could just get some regular tomatoes. I think one of the meatier ones might be a beefsteak, or I'm not sure, whatever. Or you could just take a regular tomato and like squeeze the seeds out, and then like I think dip them really quickly in some hot water, and you could pull that. You could pull the skin off and squeeze the seeds out, and then chop them up and cook them down. But like I said, this doesn't bother us. Also too, you could just buy you could also buy some canned whole tomatoes. I'm sure that would work just as fine. Or maybe you can get some can of crushed tomatoes if you can find them. Since everything has started in the last couple of years, I mean, I've had some difficulty, but I've managed to always find what I needed or wanted. Even if I didn't purchase it because of the price or whatever, or because the quality has changed, I've pretty much always been able to find stuff. And lately I could not find any crushed tomatoes, which I wanted to start using more. And I could only find one brand of whole tomatoes. I mean, canned whole tomatoes. And I was surprised because I don't know if it's a coincidence, because the shelves were stocked. I just couldn't find what I was looking for. But anyway, so you have all those options with tomatoes and any kind of tomatoes. If you buy like cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, or little sweet tomatoes that people sometimes pop in salads, you don't use them all, throw them in the freezer. And then when you want to cook this, because I'm sure you will, everyone likes this. And even when I first said like avocado toast, they're all like, avocado toast? And then they taste it, and it's really good. And you don't have to be any kind of great cook, because I'm not. I actually started this because I'm trying to cook more, and I was tired of eating the same thing all the time, because it seemed like I really only had a small range of recipes. So anyway, if you have some tomatoes, you don't think you're gonna eat them, pop them in the freezer before they turn, and then pull them out for this, or add them to your tomato sauce or some of your cooked meals. Okay, so you can see this has gotten even thicker now. Let me see if I can zoom in. And I used to always think about, like, I guess when you're a chef, and I'm not a chef, I'm saying when you see chefs cooking, they say, oh, isn't this beautiful? And you're like, it's just tomatoes, or it's just some vegetables. But this actually really does look pretty. And I don't know if it's because I'm cooking more, if I'm just changing my perspective on things, or because I just really like tomatoes. But it looks so pretty, especially as I look through the cameras. You can see all like the different colors and the red and the different shades. Anyway, so this is getting really thicker, a lot thicker. So this is a good time to start adding your seasonings. And I'm gonna My flame is low because it's cooking down. I don't want it to burn. So I'm going to add some of my nature seasoning. This is pretty much my go-to right now for like an all-purpose seasoning. It's the best one that I have found in my area. And I'm going to add some of this salt-free McCormick's. And I'm going to add some garlic powder. And you can see that's popping. Oh, dang it. I don't always manage to make a mess. Okay, I'm going to add some onion powder in here too. Okay, and I want this thick so that it just doesn't just roll off of the toast, but it is gonna thicken a little more. And as you might have seen, I managed to spill some. So I'm gonna turn mine off now, and I'm gonna give it a taste. Do you know that taste that you taste in tomatoes that you need to add sugar to balance it out? I think they say that's like the acidity in tomatoes. How would you describe that?
I guess it's just kind of bitter.
Oh, okay. Do me a favor, grab something and taste this and see if I need to season it anymore or add any more. So, grabbing a different spoon. If this is all for you, you can grab the same spoon, I guess, if you want. I think it might need a little more sugar too. So again, I just added some more garlic powder, some more of the salt-free vegetable seasoning, my all-purpose. I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar. Can you grab something and taste, please? Are you okay now? No, we need some more sugar and butter. So like I said, guys, I hope that's not too much. That's why I didn't give measurements for this. And I'm a person who needs measurements, but this is something that I can't really give you because you may not need as much tomatoes or eggs or, you know, whatever as I am. And this is just as good the next day reheated. Okay, can you hand me another spoon or something? I think it might need just a little bit more seasoning. I think it might have enough sugar. Maybe some more salt, some salt or something. Okay, so guys, here is the finished product. Okay, we're gonna assemble our toast. So first, I am going to take our avocado toast. I'm sorry, first I'm gonna take the avocado and put a layer down. And you can make it as your avocado, you can mash it as smooth or as chunky as you want. You can make your layer as thin or as thick. Okay, so now we're gonna have the tomato jam. It sat a little bit more to cool off. It's gotten a little bit thicker. So just take some, put it on top of the avocado. Okay, spread out your tomato jam on top. Don't go too crazy with this though, because you don't want to spilling all out when you take a bite. And this is a messier breakfast, so just have a lot of napkins or wet wipes. Okay, now we are going to grab our eggs. Okay, and place your eggs on top. And unless you make a real flat meat egg or make one maybe like so it's solid, it's gonna spill off, but that's okay. Put it back on. Now grab your bacon and put it on top. You can use whole slices across, or you can cook it and then rip it up. This time I cut it up first before I cooked it. So guys, here is our avocado breakfast toast. As I said, this is delicious. This is a delicious breakfast. It's very filling. You might actually only need one piece, but if you try this, leave me a message in the comments telling me what you thought of it, or let me know how you make your avocado toast, or if there's anything else, how you do it. And again, thank you for watching. I got the recipe for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you. See you guys next time. Bye.